The Phantom is a 1996 superhero film directed by Simon Windsor. Based on Lee Frock's comic strip The Phantom by King Features, the film stars Billy Zane as a seemingly immortal crime fighter and his battle against all forms of evil. It was released on June 7, 1996 and received mixed reviews from film critics who were divided over whether its pulp adventure approach was charming and authentic or vapid and dull. Despite financial failure in its theatrical release, the film has enjoyed success on home video. Mystery Men is a 1999 American superhero comedy film directed by Kinka Usher and written by Neil Cuthbert, loosely based on Bob Burton's Flaming Carrot comics and starring Ben Stiller. It's about a group of inept amateur superheroes who must try to save the day when a supervillain threatens to destroy a major superhero in the city. It's great fun where the characters embrace the stereotypes with discussions of their costumes and superpowers. Dick Tracy is a 1990 American action crime comedy film based on the 1930s comic strip character created by Chester Gould. Warren Beatty produced, directed, and starred in the film. Dick Tracy depicts the detective's romantic relationships with Breathless Mahoney and Tess Trueheart, as well as his conflicts with crime boss Alphonse Big Boy Caprice and his henchmen. Tracy also begins fostering a young street urchin named Kid. Darkman is a 1990 American superhero horror film directed and co-written by Sam Raimi. It is based on a short story Raimi wrote that paid homage to Universal's horror films of the 1930s. The film stars Liam Neeson as Peyton Westlake, a scientist who is brutally attacked, disfigured, and left for dead by a ruthless mobster after his girlfriend, an attorney, runs afoul of a corrupt developer. After a treatment to cure him of his burn injuries fails, Westlake develops superhuman abilities, which also have the unintended side effect of rendering him mentally unstable and borderline psychotic. Consumed with vengeance, he decides to hunt down the men responsible for his disfigurement. The Rocketeer is a 1991 American period superhero film from Walt Disney Pictures, produced by Charles Gordon, Lawrence Gordon, and Lloyd Levin, directed by Joe Johnston. The film stars Bill Campbell, Jennifer Connelly, set in 1938 Los Angeles, California. The Rocketeer tells the story of stunt pilot Cliff Secord, who stumbles upon a hidden rocket-powered jetpack that he thereafter uses to fly without the need of an aircraft. His heroic deeds soon attract the attention of Howard Hughes and the FBI, who are hunting for the missing jetpack, as well as the Nazi operatives that stole it from Hughes. Flash Gordon is a 1980 space opera film directed by Mike Hodges, based on the King Features comic strip of the same name created by Alex Raymond. The film follows star quarterback Flash Gordon and his allies Dale Arden and Hans Zarkov as they unite the warring factions of the planet Mongo against the oppression of Ming the Merciless, who is intent on destroying Earth. Batman: Mask of the Phantasm is a 1993 American animated superhero film featuring the DC Comics character Batman. It's the first original theatrical film produced by Warner Bros. Animation. The story follows Batman as he reconciles with a former lover, Andrea Beaumont, and faces a mysterious vigilante who is murdering Gotham City's crime bosses. The plot was inspired by Mike W. Barr's Batman Year 2 comic book story arc, but features an original antagonist, the Phantasm, in place of the Reaper, while also borrowing elements from the Batman Year 1 graphic novel. The Crow is a 1994 American superhero film directed by Alex Proyas and written by David J. Sho and John Shirley. It stars Brandon Lee in his final film appearance as Eric Draven, a murdered musician who is resurrected to avenge the deaths of himself and his fiancée. The film is based on James O'Barr's comic. Production on The Crow was struck by tragedy when Lee was fatally wounded during filming. As Lee had finished most of his scenes before his death, the film was completed through script rewrites, a stunt double, and digital effects. The Crow is dedicated to Lee and his fiancée, Eliza Hutton. The Punisher is a 2004 American vigilante action film based on the Marvel Comics character, starring Thomas Jane as the anti-hero Frank Castle and John Travolta as Howard Saint, a crime boss who orders the death of Castle's entire family. It's a classic revenge story, with vigilante-style justice done right. Also a great comic book adaptation on film, and one of the most underrated Marvel movie. Quite possibly, one of the best comic book movie, a brilliant revenge film, with quality acting, and some violence. It's a comic book gem. The Shadow is a 1994 American superhero film from Universal Pictures, produced by Martin Bregman, Willie Bear, and Michael Scott Bregman, and directed by Russell Mulcahy. The story follows the First World War. Lamont Cranston sets himself up as a drug kingpin and warlord in Tibet. The Tulku, a holy man who exhibits otherworldly powers, has his servants abduct him and offers Cranston a chance to redeem himself and become a force for good.